Hey, this is Mike Johnston, and today I want to talk to you about the new website builder that Google has included free in the Google My Business platform. Now there is some things you should know about it. It will make you what appears to be a very nice little website on a custom URL. So it's kind of getting away from the former Google My Business pages, which were essentially very much like Google Plus pages. So with the URL and everything, it's being totally divorced from Google Plus, and now it's on its own little standalone URL, which is hosted by Google, and it's essentially a subdomain of a larger Google site, but yet it's is a site that will show up in search probably fairly well because it's hosted by Google and it's owned by Google essentially. And at the same time, it can give you another potential way for your business to show up online. Now, if you're a new business, if you're a small business, a work from home business, somebody who is really limited by budget, then this may be all the website that you really need, and it's probably going to perform better than sites on other platforms like Wix or other such build a free website platforms, because they aren't really set up that well for search, whereas this, being hosted by Google, is probably by default going to show up well in Google results, just like Google Plus profiles and pages did. So that's an advantage. Now, if you're a business and you already have a website, you can say, well, do I really need another website, or can I just let it go with the Google My Business map listing? And, potentially, sure, you can. But like I said, it's another way I think that your business could potentially show up. And when somebody looks for a product or service that you offer, and you want to dominate as much as you can the first page of search results, and if they search for you by name especially, you don't want the competitors to get in there somehow. So you have your own website, your social network pages that show up in search, you have your local directory listings, not just Google My Business, but others as well, ideally. And now you'll also have this little mini website. And it's a simple one-page website that essentially contains the information that your Google My Business page on Google Plus did contain. But it looks a little more like a website, and you can buy a custom domain for it. So what I thought I would do to show you, and it doesn't have to be a new listing. If you put your business up, if you have a brand new business, you put it up on Google My Business, then yes, you can do the website at that point. However, if you have an existing business, you can also just get this website, and then, like I said, you have another thing on the web that shows up, another listing on the web that can show up in search that can block out a competitor. So what I'm going to do today is create a new Google business website for my own site, Specialized Digital Marketing. And just so you see, I have the guts to do it myself, but I want to do it because I want to show you how to do it in such a way that you might avoid any potential problems that it could create. So let's go ahead and I will get right into that. So the first thing that we're going to do is go to Google My Business, this page here, and you'll sign in there. And once signed in, it will give you down here your locations, or you can create a new location. If you don't have a Google My Business listing yet and you're just making one, that's the subject of a different video, and there's a lot of information out there about it already. Or you can contact somebody like me, who is a person who can assist businesses in setting up their Google My Business listings, and I do it for free as part of the Get Your Business Online effort with Google. So I also have cool swag like t-shirts and stuff that I can let you have. I just ate a piece of pizza. Hopefully that's not in my teeth. At any rate, I have a couple locations here because it's one of my business things. But come down here, find your listing for the business that you want to work on, and push Manage Location. That's if you already have a business. If you have more than one, if you only have one, then you don't have to do that. And you should come to a page pretty much like this, which will be the dashboard to edit your listing.
or this is the home page of it. You can see on this dashboard over here, it might not be there. If it's not there, you just come up to the little cheeseburger here, click on that, and it will come back. So this is what the home page of it looks like. Give some, ooh, I'm down a little bit. Okay. Reviews are still good. 4.8 at 72 reviews. Not bad. YouTube, oh, is up a little bit. Okay, but overall, that's down a little bit. Okay. Anyway, it's a little awkward showing you my own listing, but it's okay because it's worthwhile just to show you how to do this if you want to set a little Google mini website up for yourself. And there's things to think about when doing it, which is why I'm making the video, because I think it'll be great because it'll give you that extra listing potentially in search, which could perhaps block out a competitor's listing. And the more you dominate that page, the less choices people have when you want them to be, or you want you to be their choice. So it is what it is. Without being all black hat and everything, you can have a website, social networks, local business listings, and now a little Google website, which I assume is going to still be tied into your Google My Business listing. However, it has an independent URL, which is not like the old URLs here, which were very much like the Google Plus URLs, which is what they actually started out to be. So this can be a purchase domain or a domain supplied by Google, and I'll explain why you might want to look at the two choices there, depending on your own situation. So anyway, here we are in our dashboard, and it can also look like this, the editor under info. If you want to change anything, you can see mine is published on Google Search, Google Maps, and Google Plus. I have a page based on this information on all three of those places. A description and things there, and you can edit that here too, but that's what you want for your Google Maps listing, and technically the business classifications you're going to use and stuff like that, your hours, your phone number, your website, and all that there. And you can do some other stuff over here. Okay, but we don't have to worry about that right now, because what we want to do is come down here to where it says website, and this is where we're going to create the new website. Like for example, if you look at your listing in Google Search, here's what it looks like in Google Search. Okay, it's the knowledge graph over here, and it gives all your information, shows your reviews, gives your maps listing, some photos, and members of the public can leave you reviews. They can upload photos and all that cool stuff from here. Where's my Google Plus listing? Well, anyway, let's just go back here and we'll just look at Google Plus, because these pages are still here and they're all potentially a place that you can show up. Here's the specialized digital marketing Google page. Okay, and here's where the about section is and such. So that's pretty good. You still have that, and you still have your listing on Google Maps itself. And this is what that looks like, which looks very much like your knowledge graph. It just depends on how people are accessing the information. So now that's what your dashboard looks like that you can edit, and we will go back now to here. Yes, and here's where we can create our website. So come on down here, click on website, and it will launch the website builder, ta-da, which looks like this. Okay, so it takes your information from your Google My Business listing, brings it over here, and it's going to make you a small one-page website, which has the advantage of being on Google servers and potentially having its own subdomain on the Google server URL, so that you don't have to, if you already have a website, you don't have to buy a new domain for it that's going to like compete with your own website, because that's what you have to watch. You don't want it to compete with your website. You want it to augment your website and give people another way to find you, which potentially gives them all the information they need. And if you're a small website on a tight budget, or you're a work from home person on a tight budget, you can't afford a big professional website, or you don't want to tackle building your own website, and you've heard maybe that the free builders like Wix and whatnot don't show up that well, and they're not that great. They're very pretty, but there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that isn't done, like the Google best practices, which is what a professionally built website should have, which is how I build them, but not many other people do, unfortunately. So you really have to watch what you're paying for and make sure that the website is built according to Google best practices and that it will pass the new Google mobile friendly test, or Google Page Speed Insights will give you a score. And if you get a new professionally done website, you should get green in all three categories in the new Google mobile friendly test, which is mobile friendly, and then desktop and mobile categories from Google Page Speed Insights. Those should all be green. They don't have to all be 100%, but they should all be green most of the time. There's some things, if you really have to have a certain feature or design or function in your website that is bringing it down, well, then maybe you're going to have to live with it. But ideally, we can find a way around it. At any rate, okay. So now you want to edit this, you can edit it. You click on it and it brings out the editor. Let's pick a theme. What kind of theme do I want? Well, the website itself is mostly white and red with, that header. So, what do we want? Retro, no, that's computery. Mobile, noble, not really. Azure, Plum Harvest. And I see it changes the font too. Interesting. Yes, and it gives you different fonts and different colors. That's kind of cool. Emerald, no. Retro, no. Yeah, that's kind of cool actually. So you can pick and choose as far as how you want it to look there. What do you think? No, not that. Maybe, but I think I like Plum Harvest better. I like the pink because it's a little closer to red, I guess. Okay, so now you can include keywords in this like you can any other social network, website, directory listing that will help the search engine understand what your page is about. So you have your business name. Now we'll save the changes. You have your business name, and in this case, your business name basically is the title of the page, and people are going to see it. So I wouldn't load that up with a bunch of keywords. Hopefully, or ideally, your business name itself will have keywords in it, like mine has digital marketing. Well, that's a pretty good flag for the search engine to pick up on to see what the site's about. Now my description, this little fancy elevator pitch description here says advertising agency in Selinsgrove. Okay, it's an advertising agency, digital marketing. I think I can add online here to be a little helpful. We have a little room there. Selinsgrove, PA. There, and we can stay on that line. Okay, now our summary header, that brings us down to the About Us section. It doesn't have to be called About Us. It can be called anything you want it to be called. So you could potentially throw in some more keywords here, a catchy slogan, which you could also put in up here, but I kind of like that up there better. And now what can I put in here? We manage your online web presence. We manage your online sales. Okay. All right. Online sales and marketing management. Okay. That's a little long, but I think that's okay right there. And now our summary body is where we can throw in a few paragraphs and really give people, a feel for what the business is about. And I would say here, put in keywords in a properly balanced way. And if you have a WordPress website and you use the Yoast SEO plugin, you can just sort of create a post or a page and write in your description there and use the Yoast tool to evaluate it and see how you can make the best description you can. And it should be a unique description because this is going to be kind of a standalone website and yet kind of tied into your Google My Business. So as a kind of a standalone website, it should have a description which is different than your website, than your social networks about us descriptions, and it should be different than your Google My Business listing, I think, because if your Google My Business listing and your Maps listing and your Google Plus page are already there and they already have a common description, let's make this one different. The search engine should like it better, and it will just, I think, do a better job overall for you. And to speed things up a little bit here, I just typed this up a little bit. It's fairly simple, and I'm not sure how long you can go with it, but you don't want to go super long. But I mean, it's a website. I imagine, you know, they used to say 300 words is like the minimum, and you should have a certain percentage of keywords. And like I said, you can use the Yoast tool to help you do that. I didn't for this example. I may go back over it later. I just wanted to type up a little introduction to the business. So I did that, and just going to copy it here. And we're going to put that down here where it says summary body. See if it tells us we use too many characters. Nope, I guess we're all right. So we have that. So before I finish it out, I thought it would be great to have links to my social networks and my main website in here, which is not a specific option it gives you. However, I added them myself right here under the summary right there. And it does actually seem a little bit awkward how you have to add links on here, so I thought I would show you. You come down here to your linked thing. I will just link my actual URLs. You copy your URL now, because that's highlighted down there. You hit your link button, back V, because it just says business.google.com says link to what, and you say okay, but then you're like, what did I just link to? But you come down here and you find out, okay, I did link to what I want to. So then you just get every link you want to have a link to, and you do the same thing. Get out of here. Check it out here. Yes, okay, that's not what it was. It was just cached. So the links did show up, and we're good to go. We have our mini website. We have our phone number click to call here, which is great in mobile. We have get directions, which is our tie-in with Google Maps. We have all of our stuff here. We have open today until 5. It shows your stuff there. And I'm sure there's other things you can get creative and do with it. But now we also have links back to our regular site. We have a unique domain, which contains our keyword, digital marketing, and our business name. And it seems like it could be a win. So I will keep you updated on this and many other things in the future. So if you like this video, then hit the like button, subscribe, and you will get more cool information. And come back next time. Thanks. I'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah.